Hi, my name's Corey, and I've just sold my entire bank to buy this crystal setup. So I think it's time we rebuild it. As you can see from the bank here, there's really not much left in it. All I've left in there is a few untradables that add a bit of value to it, and also I've kept on hold of my Slayer helm. Apart from that, we've got 1 million GP, and we need to go and get some money back. The goal of this series is to kind of refill this page, so I want to get all my melee gear, all my mage gear, and everything back, so we can get and start doing some raids. We've spent a bit of my money, still got 675k left, but I've just bought some supplies to start doing. I think I'm going to start by doing some Phantom Musper kills, because I've killed it quite a few times, and I actually kind of know what I'm doing with that boss. So I've got 227 kills. We're overdue on a second Venator Shard, so hopefully if we get that early, we can get some nice upgrades. When it comes to upgrades we've got left and want to start pushing on this setup, we're going to get at least a Brimstone Ring, and hopefully like a Fury or something in the next slot, and then we should be able to start doing some serious damage. But we need to get there first, so we've got a Glory for now, and I'm just going to use my Ring of Shadows in that space as well. So after teleporting to the dungeon and then going through the wrong door like I've done far more times than I'd like to admit, I was straight onto the Musper kill. I'm using the kind of step back method, so it's basically wait till the boss hits you, then take a step back 2 or 3 tiles when the hit splat disappears. This is the way you can kind of get the most damage at the boss, and then you can just pray melee the entire time and you shouldn't take any damage if you do it properly. I'm definitely not perfect at it, but it seemed to work. And then in the range phase, it's just a case of praying range and then swapping to mage in the mage attacks. The first kill wasn't too bad. I was a little bit rusty, but we got through it in the end and we got a decent amount of loot. And there we go. That's the end of the second kill. I got frozen cash as well. Open that up. Hopefully we might get something good. That's a huge drop as well. And there you go. 670 cannonballs. Let's sell everything and see what we got. And after everything's sold from that first trip, that's just 2 kills of Musper. We got 652k. So that's big money there. I think we got slightly lucky with the drops, I'll admit. But that's a huge start. And we should be able to get our first upgrade soon. Finally start get rid of this glory. So I was carrying on, going through all my kills and just made sure to going for the 10 kills I wanted. We'll ignore this part here because I don't know what happened there. And then we just carried on, went through and got the 10 kills. Didn't see anything special loot wise, but the Musper standard loot table is really good anyway. So it was just a case of going through, getting the kills and going for the 10 KC. I wanted to go for 10 just so I knew that we could get a kind of benchmark as to how much we wanted to stay here and what we wanted to do. And then other than that, it was just a case of going through. Okay, and there we go. That's 10 kills at Phantom Musper completed. Looks like from the tracker we got about 1.6 million in loot, and then a little frozen cash for 120k, and then it was about 300k in supplies. So also got these 2 clues. One was from my bank already, and then I got an elite clue from the Musper. So I'm going to run through these and then see what we get. But yeah, we're looking at like we're about 2.3 million, nearly at the price of a Fury, so we can get rid of this glory, and then we'll go from there. In those 2 clue scrolls, we got a medium and a hard clue. Let's see if we get anything good. Sorry, a hard and an elite. So there's the hard clue, and that's not too bad. Bit of rune in there, and then a bit of dragon in the other one. So we'll get all that sold and see how much we made. Another thing I've just done with some of the money is I bought 100 Torstal seeds because I want to get my farming up anyway, and you make good money doing herb runs, and I can just do it in between. So it'll be a nice bit of passive money, and then we'll get that, and then once these are all done, we should make a few 100k from that, and that'll be really nice. Another place that the Bowfa is really good is Zulrah. The problem is, I've got 1 kill at Zulrah, and it was for the diary, so this might be a bit more of a learning experience for me. But I'm just going to do 10 kills here, just like I did at Phantom Musper, and we'll compare the 2 and see which one we're going to do going forward. Let's jump in. Bringing prayer pots would have probably been a good idea, so we're going to need a reset there. Okay, that's a slightly questionable first kill, but we got it done. We're going to go up from here, right? And yeah, no, that is not going to be a second kill just yet. Need to kind of work out what's going on here because I'm definitely not doing it right. Okay, and there is another slightly questionable
Collection
second
log slot
kill. But
completed.
we got some teleports, so a decent amount.
Congrats on the... Congrats.
That is 10 kills of Zora completed. So comparing the two between Zora and Musper, it looks like Zora got us about 1.2 mil and Musper got us about 1.6 mil. But Zora kills were definitely faster and I need to learn it a bit more. So I think I'm going to carry on with Zora for a bit and see where we go from there. But after all that and some herb runs, we've got 2.7 mil, which means I think we should be able to afford our first upgrade, which is going to be replacing that glory around our neck for a fury. So I'm going to go away, try and do that now and see if we can get that going. Go, that is with 7k left, that is our first upgrade acquired. So hopefully that should make the kills, what we're doing, a bit smoother and we can finally get rid of that glory. So let's jump into some more kills and see what happens. So next up was, I was just going to try and go for 10 more kills at Zora, just so I could improve myself a bit and kind of go from there as loot wise. Testing out the Fury and everything all definitely seemed to be a bit smoother kills, although there were a few deaths mixed in the middle, but I think that's just a case of me learning the boss and going from basically no experience at Zora to trying to get a few KC on it. So working through it, definitely got a bit smoother as it went on and we got the 10 more kills.
Congrats on the new personal best. Last time I got a PB. Dying on my hardcore Iron Man. Completed.
One last thing I just wanted to try this episode is, you can probably guess from where I'm standing and what I've got, I'm just going to do some giant mole kills. So I've obviously done it melee before, but I just want to try it with the Bowfa, see what it's like. It looks like it's going to be pretty good, and we're just going to go for one inventory of like this and see how many kills we get. So the giant mole, super easy to kill, just a case of praying protect from melee and just hit him. Every now and then he'll kind of burrow away, but we'll see how often he's going to do it and how quickly we can kill it. The loot from the giant mole isn't anything too exciting, but it's pretty consistent because you get the mole skin and the mole claws, both of which are worth quite a decent bit. And because we got the Falador shield, we get the arrow that points straight towards it. And that should get us through, and we should just be able to quickly kill him. Luckily he's not burrowing away too many times at the moment, so I hope, I've spoken too soon, and he's run off this way. So let's go, hopefully get the kill here, and then you'll see the kind of pretty base loot table from it, and we'll go from there. A lot more chilled out than Zora, I've got to say. And there you go, that's kind of the first kill. A decent amount though, so we're just going to finish this inventory and see what happens.
Level up completed.
Oh, there you go. Little 90 range in between now. I didn't even see that coming, so that's a lovely surprise. And that just about brings the end to the trip at the giant mole. I definitely overestimate the amount of stamina pots I was going to need, but we've gone through the prayer pots, gone through my range pots, and looks like we've got a decent amount of loot. Managed to get 30 kills in the end, so to go and whack this all on GE, get it sold, and then we'll do a final recount of everything we've done. So there you have it, the end of the first episode of the rebuild. We killed 10 Phantom Musper, 20 Zora, and 30 Giant Mole, and it looks like from the tracker we made about 5 million in total. Minus cost of supplies, which is about 1.3 million, that puts us just around the 4 million mark, which is a very good place to start. We managed to get our first upgrade, the Amulet of Fury, and we've got a decent cash stack to start working towards the next one, which I think we're going to need something for this ring slot, potentially like a Brimstone ring. So, if you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.